My name is Terry Turner, and I'm a family research enthusiast. I am excited about what we're doing in family research these days, being able to trace our families back and centuries and be able to live their lives with them and discover what they actually went through documents on familysearch.com as well as ancestry.com. We're now able to find our ancestors as African Americans beyond the brick wall. And so I'm excited about the new site that I'm developing called Embracing Our Ancestors. I'll be developing this site in order to help those who are beginners as well as those who may be skilled in family research to be able to look beyond the brick wall as well as on this side of the brick wall and find ancestors in different locations and places where they may be able to get some information in regards to how their ancestors lived, where they were, the things they went through. And you'll be surprised what our ancestors were involved in, where they should not have been recorded, but were recorded simply because African Americans before the 1870 census were not recorded in any census by name, except they were free. And during that time, only 11% of all African Americans were free individuals. And then that makes 89% of African Americans who were enslaved. And so most African Americans, when they are looking for their ancestors, they've got to look in the enslaved records. And our problem is that many times we were not listed by a surname. As a matter of fact, 99.9% of the time, we were not listed by surname. We were always listed a first name or a given name. And so it's important that when looking for our ancestors, there's some things that we have to discover and we have to get to know in order to make that connection beyond the 1870 brick wall. And so I'm excited about embracing our ancestors and looking into their lives. And I've had the chance to do it, and I've fallen in love with my enslaved ancestors. I thank God for the life that they lived and for their strength and their legacy and their tenacity to go through what they had to endure in order for us to be here today. And I and you, if you are African American in this country, as a matter of fact, all of us are the only reason and the only way that we know that our ancestors truly lived, because we are here today. We are that connection link that brings us together and identifies us with who they were in that particular day and time. And so I want you to go in to our Embracing Our Ancestors and like the page. Get ready for a venture, a journey as we go back in time and we find our ancestors one after another. I've been able to trace my family history back to 1770. And I'm excited about having the opportunity of sharing with others my findings and my methods for how I did that, going all the way back to the colonial period. And so I'd like for you to be a part of this as we come on a bi-weekly basis with information and new ideas and concepts and present to you my research strategies in order to be able to trace my African American ancestry back to the colonial period. And so I'd like for you to go to our YouTube site, Embracing Our Ancestors, subscribe to the page, and then look for weekly contributions to that page that will help you work through finding your ancestors in many different places and websites that will give you the benefit of being able to understand who your ancestors were, where they lived, some things they were involved in. All of those things are part of getting to know our ancestors. And so we'll be presenting to you a series on next week called Where Are Our ancestors? Where are our ancestors? African Americans during the enslavement period were written out of history. They were not recorded in history other than in their enslavement. And so they had no surnames. And families, as you already know, were often separated. And so families didn't understand a surname coming out of slavery. And so they developed surnames that many times were different. You could have a brother who had one surname in the same city, and a sister or another brother who had a different surname in the same city and in different regions of the country. And so we'll go through some of those things to try and work out ways that we can connect those families together. And if you like the page and you'll be a part of it, I know it will be a great success, because I'm excited, and I hope you'll become excited too, about researching your family history. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. And don't forget, go to YouTube and like our YouTube site, Embracing Our Ancestors. Have a great day.